Jamie Nickel.
Zach Thompson.
Abby Herbs.
Michaela Spurrier.
Grant Burdett.
Sam Gibbons.
As humans, we seem to have a morbid fascination with what lurks in the shadows. Every culture around the world has a folklore that is riddled with tales of mysterious and unexplained creatures. And the cultures of the North American continent are no exception. For thousands of years, mysterious creatures have popped up that science is unable to explain, and these are commonly referred to as cryptids. Now, as someone who has encountered cryptids himself and long researched them, I feel prepared to give you a brief introduction to North American cryptids by teaching you about four of the most popular: Bigfoot, the Jersey Devil, Mothman, and the Chupacabra. And now let's begin. So we're going to start in the Pacific Northwest with one of the most famous cryptids of all time, Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot is described as a large ape-like creature who roams the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest region. And the tale of Bigfoot began with harrowing descriptions by Native American tribes. According to Robert Walls of Oregon Encyclopedia, the legend of Bigfoot began with Native American tribes when Native tribes in coastal Oregon related stories of Bigfoot to ancient tales of wild men who lurked near villages and left immense tracks. As you can see, Bigfoot is here. He is a large, hairy biped with large feet, and this is supposedly what people see when they spot him. However, despite all the sightings of Bigfoot throughout the 20th century and into modern day, he's actually a very elusive creature due to his high level of shyness and almost human-like intelligence. Because of this, according to Robert Walls, footprints are often the only thing he leaves behind. And this footprint cluster is one example of some of the supposed evidence of Bigfoot that people find. However, despite the scarce evidence that surrounds Bigfoot, there is an alleged film of him. According to John Rossman of Oregon Public Broadcasting, the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film is the only actual film of Bigfoot in existence, and it was filmed in Northern California. Now, you may be able to recognize this famous frame, but what you might not have known is that the creature featured in this is a female Bigfoot, and she has been dubbed Patty. And evidence such as this is what causes believers around the world to think that Bigfoot might actually exist. Now we're going to move to a more demonic forest-dwelling creature that lives in southern New Jersey, the Jersey Devil. Now, for centuries, there have been horrific and disturbing accounts of a creature roaming in the pine lands of New Jersey. And this creature has been dubbed the Jersey Devil. According to Becky Free of Pinelands Adventures, the origin story of the Jersey Devil goes something like this. He was created when Mrs. Leeds, a woman living in colonial New Jersey, learned that she was pregnant with her 13th child, and she was horrified upon hearing this. And because of that, she cried out, "Let it be the devil," and thus the Jersey Devil was spawned. But despite that, the child was born healthy and completely normal. But over the years and as time progressed, he became more disfigured and monstrous, until eventually, according to Becky Free, he became a kangaroo-like creature with the head of a horse, the face of a dog, wings, and a tail. For over 250 years, the Jersey Devil has wreaked havoc throughout southern New Jersey, and people claim to see him up until this day. This is a more recent photo of the creature that some believe may be a hoax, but some believe may be real. Because of the strong culture surrounding this cryptid that permeates the region of New Jersey, there's a strong belief in it, and people think twice about going out at night. Now we're going to move a little west to the mountains of West Virginia and study one of the more popular cryptids, Mothman. Mothman is a flying creature who is rumored to fly around the hills and mountains of Appalachian, West Virginia. Now, according to Shayla Klein, in her article, The Legend of Mothman, Paranormal West Virginia, Mothman is a black 10-foot creature with wings and red eyes. However, the creature is usually only spotted at night, which leads some to believe that those who see it are actually misidentifying large owls. Strangely enough, though, Mothman has been associated with impending disaster since the Silver Bridge incident of 1967. According to Shayla Klein, on December 16th of that same year, the Silver Bridge collapsed due to structural deficiencies. 46 people were killed, which makes it the worst bridge disaster in modern American history. But the strange thing is, Mothman was spotted a few days before the accident. Now, this is where people start to think different things about Mothman. Was he warning people about the accident, or did he cause it? Is he a hero or a villain? We may never know. But what we do know is that Mothman has supposedly been seen before other accidents. He's been seen before natural disasters, and some even claim to have seen him before the 9/11 terrorist attacks. For our final cryptid, we're going to take a significant departure from the American cryptids up here and move to Mexico. The chupacabra is a vampiric cryptid who sucks the blood out of prey. He's mostly spotted at night, which means that when farmers wake up, they're left to see the unfortunate scene of all of their animals drained of blood. And according to Benjamin Radford, in his article, Chupacabra, Facts About the Mysterious Vampire Beast, this creature is named for what it leaves behind, dead animals. Strangely enough, though, depictions of the Chupacabra changed a lot from Latin America to the United States. Initially, the creature was mostly seen in Mexico and Puerto Rico, and there it was described as an alien-like creature with quills running along its back. People thought it may have come from a UFO or an experimental testing facility, or something like that. But when it was sighted in the United States, mostly in Florida and Texas, people thought it was a decaying dog, which leads some to believe that it may be related to coyotes or wolves. By listening to this speech, you now have been given a brief introduction to some of the most famous cryptids in North America. While science is unable to explain these creatures, I'm sure evidence of them will continue to pop up throughout the years. But before you go, I want you to know that while there seem to be creatures roaming every corner of this continent, you should remain vigilant and keep an eye out for them, because you never know when you might see a cryptid. Thank you.
Jamie Nickel,
Zach Thompson.
Abby Herbs,
Michaela Spurrier.
Grant Burdett.
Sam Gibbons.